Hi, my name is Amrish. You're watching another recipe on Gourmet at Home. Today I will be preparing a recipe of pepper fish tikka. And my first experience of pepper fish tikka was in a restaurant in Mumbai. Trust me, the fish was perfectly cooked and it was balanced to the edge. But the sauce which was served on the side was a cold green mint chutney. I think that was not the right combination for pepper fish tikka for me. So I was thinking, how would I be serving pepper fish tikka in my restaurant? And I came across an interesting recipe of Nilgiri Kurma. Fish has got pepper in it, so you need a herbal sauce which is not cold, which is hot, to complement your fish tikka. So today we will be making pepper fish tikka with Nilgiri Kurma sauce. This recipe we have divided into two parts. In the first part, we will marinate our fish with some pepper, clove, cinnamon and some creamy marinade, which I will share the recipe with you when we are marinating the fish. In the second part, we will be preparing the sauce with some dry spices like coriander, cumin, mustard. I have got some green coriander, mint, spinach, garlic and onion. So let's start marinating the fish first. I have taken a sea bream. You can use any fish which is available in your market during the season. So first we will toast the spices, we'll crush them in a pestle and then we will add some marination to it. So we will start roasting the spices first. I'll add cinnamon followed by black peppercorns. Then we'll put some cloves. The roasting of spices should be done at a low temperature, otherwise your spices will get burnt and you will not get the right flavor and you will get a bitter taste. Now in the meantime my spices are getting roasted, here is my white marination, and this white marination I have prepared with some hunkered cream, cashew paste, some green herbs like chopped ginger, coriander, green chili, green cardamom powder and white pepper powder. I can feel my spices are roasted and this is the time to pound the spices. Now we'll first season the fish with some salt, lemon juice, some olive oil. You can use a normal vegetable oil also. And then goes my crushed spices. Now at this stage I'll put a little bit of my white marination. And we'll mix the fish. Now we'll rest the fish in a refrigerator. In the meantime, we'll start working with our Nilgiri Kurma sauce. For the Nilgiri Kurma sauce, we'll add some oil in the pan. So our oil is hot. First we will add coriander seeds, followed by mustard seeds, and then we will add cumin seeds. We'll gently roast the spices and then we'll add ginger, curry leaves and some garlic. After that we'll add some sliced onion. After the onions, we will add some cashew nuts. We'll saute the cashew nuts for 4 to 5 minutes. Then we will add green coriander. I have taken the full coriander leaves with stem. The stems are very tender and they have got a lot of flavor in it. After coriander stem, I will add mint leaves. Now I'll add little water to it. Now we will add spinach. So you can either use a fresh spinach. So here what I have done, I have taken the fresh spinach leaves, I have blanched them. So we will add some blanched spinach leaves. Towards the end, we will add some fresh coconut. And we'll saute the masala for another 10 to 15 minutes. On the Western Ghat of India, there's a tribe known as Todas. They worship Mother Nature, and they use a lot of fresh herbs and green leaves to prepare their sauces. So Nilgiri Kurma sauce is their specialty. And why we call it Nilgiri? The word Nil stands for blue and Giri stands for mountain. So it's a land of blue mountain. In spring season, there's a flower known as Kurunji flower, which is blue in color. When it blossoms, the entire mountain looks like a blue mountain. So from there, it has got its name, the Nilgiri Kurma. So I can see my masala is almost done, and I can feel the fresh flavors of coriander, mint, spices and the coconut. So this is the time we'll put this in a blender and we'll blend it to a fine puree. We will add some water to the jar before we blend the spices and the herbs to a puree. Now the puree is almost ready. So we have to cook the puree for another 15 minutes with some coconut milk, tamarind, some salt. Kurma sauce is simmering on the side, and I can start roasting my fish in the oven at 220 degrees centigrade. I'll remove my fish from the chiller. So I have preheated my oven at 220 degrees centigrade, and after 5 minutes I will reduce the temperature to 200 degrees centigrade. And we can see the fish is perfectly baked. Now we'll just season the fish one last time with some lemon juice and some pepper. So now let's start plating pepper fish tikka with Nilgiri Kurma sauce. Now first we'll serve the sauce in the plate. You can also have this pepper fish tikka with lachha paratha or rice. Now we'll gently place the fish in the plate. Now here I have prepared some curd rice for my pepper fish tikka. So this curd rice is just seasoned with salt. All the elements that we enjoy with our curd rice, I'll be serving it on the top of curd rice. Some pomegranate seeds, some crispy bundi, chopped coriander, then I have a fried curry leaf with me, and let me garnish my Nilgiri Kurma sauce with these purple flowers. So here is my version of pepper fish tikka with Nilgiri Kurma sauce. We always learn about flavor combinations, but I believe flavors have no boundaries. You need to know your ingredients and connect them with your senses. If you have any of your interesting recipe that you want to do in a gourmet style, please leave your comments below. We will be happy to assist you, and looking forward to see you again with another recipe in the next episode.